Hey, good buddies, what's up? And welcome into the Good Buddies anime review show thing.
Do you want to take that again?
Yo, good buddy Roger.
And I'm your good buddy Brand. You want to take it again?
No, okay. I feel good with the review show thing. Okay. This isn't a review. This is going to be
the review show thing.
Yeah, the review show thing. This is where we're going to talk about an anime that's not finished. We can't give it a full proper review. Can't give it stars. That would be not fair to do.
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably squeeze it, but we're not going to do that.
Yeah, we're not going to do any of that. We are going to talk about this thing, and gigantic spoiler alert, please go watch at least the first episode of Talentless Nana.
Yeah, you can listen a little longer, but at a certain point, probably pretty early on, we're going to tell you to stop listening if you do not want to hear the major twist of the show.
And see, that right there, that's the reason that I didn't... So previously, first of all, should we address the fact that we both got murdered?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, in the last episode, we got murdered.
Halloween special, we got murdered. Some big scary man came in, killed us both, and took... Roger's domestic girlfriend special edition.
Yeah, but I talked to Kinyema. I made a deal with him. We put on the Patara earrings.
Yeah.
Somehow we lost them halos, and I got my domestic girlfriend back.
I am still a ghost right now, and that's okay. You know, I'm back from beyond the grave. I've decided to become a banshee. So if you see a veiled figure floating across the moon, screaming at nothing, just know it's your good buddy Brandon. It's okay. But yeah, we're gonna talk about... That is what I sound like. We're gonna talk about good old Talentless Nana, and that right there, that thing you said when we first mentioned it, is the reason I did not want to say anything about it before.
Yeah.
Because I really think you want to go into this show as blind as possible.
Yes, you do.
Even saying, hey, there's a twist, kind of takes some edge off. So hopefully y'all watched it. Hopefully you're gonna watch it. We're gonna get into a little bit more spoilery later, but for right now, Roger... How gut check, how you feel about this show?
I made the little quip earlier about that we could probably do a review because I feel like the show is hot fire and it is not going to stop all the way until the end.
It's pretty sick nasty.
I feel really good that this show is gonna keep me, man. Mm-hmm. Because each episode just gets a little bit better.
Yeah, it without giving too much away, this is essentially a show about a bunch of kids who have like various different kind of superpowers. It's MHA-ish.
Yeah. Let's real quick. Let's see what we can compare this to. If you cross a couple of things together.
So again, we're gonna this much is a little bit spoilery, but I would say gut check. I got 3 things I would say it's like.
Okay.
It is like MHA plus Death Note.
Okay.
Plus. Probably just if you've ever played any secret identity game like Werewolf. There you go.
Yeah. So mine would be very similar to that. It would be if I think one of our good buddies was the one that initially said whenever he sold it to me, it's like MHA with Death Note, and I definitely agree with that. So it's like if MHA bonked Death Note, and then they bonked a little bit of just a little bit of case closed.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge, because there is some detective work. There's like some reasoning and puzzle solving going on in this anime. And
one truth does prevail.
And one truth will prevail. And which truth is it gonna be? I don't know, man. But I'm in for the whole damn ride, baby.
So yeah, this show's a lot of fun, and I'm just gonna say officially right now, if you haven't at least watched that first episode, you know what? This is your own fault. So we're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
So the whole conceit here is we got island full of these kids who believe they were put there to train to defeat what they call the enemies of humanity, which are some kind of shadowy, unknown, possibly alien, monstrous force.
Blue gender monsters or something.
Yeah, no real telling. And we have a bunch of different kids. This one's got the fire powers. This one's got the ice powers. This guy, what was his name? Nanako or something?
Yeah.
He's like, he doesn't appear to have a power. He doesn't tell anybody about it anyway, blah, blah, blah.
You got your Dekus.
You got your Todorokis. You got your Todorokis. And then you got the one kid with the, what's the lightning kid's name? I forget, but he's got the hair like that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, And then this
Kaminari.
we got a new girl shows up, whose name is Nana, also Nana.
Yeah.
What was her full name? I can't remember.
Nana Hiragi.
Yes. And she's a lot of fun. She's got the pink hair. She's super quirky. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And
she
she's
can
like,
read minds.
She can read minds. That's her whole thing, and it's great. And they're hanging out and doing stuff, and basically just take it, like, without giving away the whole first episode, it all ends with them having this big fight. Ice Dude and Fire Dude are gonna have a big old fight to see who's gonna be the class leader. They call him the leader, not the class president. That's fucking boring.
Yeah.
We're freaking like superheroes and stuff, so they're duking it out, and Ice Dude wins because he's so cool. This guy's like straight up Yuki Soma, prince of the school. Oh, he's so pretty. And he straight up nails this dude. And then freaking Fire Dude, he's so mad, he hears a big old fireball and he almost killed her. And then Mr. Nana Dude, the dude who doesn't like
Nanao Nakajima.
Nanao, he jumps up, ping, uses like some kind of shield thing. He saves everybody. Oh wow, that's super cool. It's great. There's a great scene with him and Miss Hiragi, and they're out on the cliff and they're talking, and it's like, wow, this is really great. Giant fucking spoiler alert. She straight up pushes him off this goddamn cliff, because you know what? She is, in fact, the talentless Nana. She ain't reading minds.
Yeah.
She's just that fucking smart.
She's just that good at deducing
at
things.
reading people, yeah. And I do want to touch on one thing here. I like that they do give you little hints about the stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I remember seeing that dude, he's sitting there reading his book, and her whole thing is like, she knew that he acts like he doesn't care about people, but he does. He wasn't reading that book. He didn't never turn a page in that book. And if you look, he doesn't turn a page in that book. And the other thing was, she knew he had a good heart. He was really trusting because he had his cat scratch on his neck. And I remember seeing that cat scratch and thinking, I wonder what that's all about. And it all comes back at the end there. And so that just, it kind of lets you know, hey, if you're paying attention, you can figure out what's going on. And you basically find out that Homegirl has been sent there to eliminate. That it seems like there may not, in fact, be any crazy, weird blue gender monsters. Yeah. And that these dudes, these kids, with their superpowers are, in fact, the enemies of humanity. Us normal people who have to deal with these crazy superpowered folk who can just flip off and hurl fireballs and almost kill everyone. And as such, they gotta be dealt with.
Yeah.
And that is where... That's basically the show.
Yeah, so they've sent somebody in without a talent at all.
Yes.
To
try and deal with it.
Yeah. 007 them pretty much.
Pretty much. Real wild stuff, man. And there's look, we're trying not to spoil everything here, but yeah, that's what's going on. You got another character who is like basically L. He's trying to figure out what's going on here and who's really at it. Like we said, it's got that Death Note streak in it, because there are going to be a lot of, you figuring out, what does this person know? This person thinking, what do they know? How much do they know? How can I make them think something else? How can I twist this around? Etc. Etc. And
it's a big game of chess the whole time.
It really is. And there's a lot of interesting stuff. The way that she is able to keep up the facade that she can really read minds. Trying to figure out what other people's powers are, because everyone's not so upfront about their stuff. A lot of people do not want anyone to know what their powers are. All kind of interesting things that are going on here, and it's a really cool show, man. I'm into it.
Yeah, and what's cool is, as she progresses and she's trying to take out other students, the stakes increasingly get higher.
They do get higher and higher,
because the L-esque dude, let me get his name, Kyoya, he's on her heels the whole time.
Yeah.
But she effectively, at least from what they give you in the show, even through him and her, like their interactions, she's able to throw him off a little bit, but he's right back on it. And then another character is close to finding out.
Yes.
So it's hey. she's pretty much, I think she makes the analogy that I've heard this a few times, out of the frying pan into the fire or whatever. And that's essentially what this show is just watching her trying to escape, and is the detective going to catch up to her? That's kind of where I got that case closed feel to it.
Right. And that's a big part of it, is the fact that she does have to get closer and closer. She has to get in deeper with these people and expose herself to greater dangers in order to fulfill her mission, which is to kill them. And folks, she gonna kill some of them. You gonna see some death in this show. And unless you think, so it's not, stakes, whatever, it doesn't sound that. Hey, motherfuckers find out. Some of them find out. Mm-hmm. Some of them get dead. So it's wild, man. I will say, so one thing that I do wish they did a little bit more of is there is a decent amount of, danger. There is, so let me say this. I'm not big on blood and guts and gore. Okay. I'm not huge on it. I can deal with it if it's appropriate for the situation. But I'll tell you one thing here. There ain't that much.
It really isn't. No.
And I kind of wish there was a little more. There was one in particular, without spoiling anything, where it's the one where she's at the river or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm like, man, if they had just showed a clip, or maybe showed a little bit of what happened to this guy afterwards, I really feel like that would have put it over the edge. That would have been a cool scene. This is not Higurashi.
No,
so
it's
you're not gonna get full on blood and guts everywhere. You'll get a little bit of blood. And you'll see maybe a corpse or two. But it's not super duper violent. And that might be a plus for some folks. For me personally, I kind of wish it had a little more. It didn't really hit me as hard.
It could use a little bit of violence.
I think it could use a little punch up, but still a fun show.
Yeah, it's still really fun. One thing that I do like is, there are some unique talents, or what they're called.
Oh, yeah.
There's some really cool ones in here. Some really well thought out X-Men-esque talents.
Yeah.
Some cool stuff that I hadn't seen before. Mm-hmm. So, the people are able to still create that stuff is pretty wild.
Yeah, I do enjoy, that's one of my favorites, just, superpowers in general, different, superpowers. Mm-hmm. Because everybody has super strength and fly is okay, you're Superman, whatever. You get that weird stuff. That's what I'm into.
Yeah.
The stuff that, and it's not just necessarily weird stuff, because, seeing the future, that's a superpower. How you do it is pretty cool in this one. So, there is someone who can do that. Without spoiling too much. But, the way it happens and the way they go about it is a pretty interesting one. It's not just, I'm going to focus and I can see the future. It's nah, we get a little weird with it.
If you could have weird talent, dude, what would it be?
Let's
put you on the spot.
Let's see, this is the thing about superpowers.
You just need one weird talent. Doesn't need to be super.
Well, see, the thing about superpowers is, I have this conversation with people often, and depending on your answer, you're either one of three different things. You're either boring, a nerd, or a criminal.
Okay.
I fall solidly into that second one because I really there's a character in the X-Men comics called Elixir, who basically has power over physiology and life, basically. So mostly for healing and stuff. You got a broken arm, I can use my power to make your arm fix itself, and now you're good. He can also use it the other way, where at one point he gives a dude every disease ever, and he falls over in a big gross husk. It's real fucked up. Love that stuff. Some folks boring. I want to fly. That's the most common one I get. And then some folks are criminal. You would be shocked, perhaps, at how many people I have this conversation with, and they say, I want to be able to turn invisible. There's nothing good you're doing with that.
Okay, dude, well, what am I? I want self-brushing teeth.
That... I would say boring. That's a little bit boring. I get it.
Think of all the time you can say. Think of all the coffee you could drink.
What if you're okay? How about instead of self-brushing teeth, we get a little bit more abstract? Maybe you kind of Bakugo excretes what is effectively nitroglycerin from his sweat, and that's how he can do the explodey hands. What if you do that, but it's soap, so you just don't have to take a bath or shower or clean your teeth? Well, or anything?
You still have to get wet.
Ah.
See, I want the self-brushing teeth because. We live in the age of a pandemic, okay?
Yeah.
We live in an age, you go back to lunch and you eat half a bag of sour cream and onion chips, you're going to be regretting it for the rest of the damn day.
Gotta pop that mint, baby.
The mints, they only go so long.
I don't know,
if I had them self-brushing teeth, though, I could be in my mask, I could eat whatever I want, I could get extra onions on my pizza, and we're good, baby, because these teeth are getting brushed. That's my power. That's what I want, dude.
Listen, I get what you're saying, but you got to remember that brushing teeth isn't enough because you're getting it out of your mouth, but then you're gonna burp and you're gonna be like, well, there it is. There's them onions.
Or you never have to worry about that moment where you're gonna get that special kiss, but you're like, oh no.
Hey, if you can't handle me at my worst onion jalapeno breath, you don't deserve me at my freshly brushed goodness.
I just had 32 ounces of dark coffee. This ain't gonna be good.
I don't know, man. I get what you're saying, but
all right, well, we're well off of talentless on it, but
we're on a talentless tangent, is what we're on.
At the end of the day, the show is really good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I don't have any real complaints about it.
I would. My only one would be I wish it was a little. And I don't even like the violence that much, but I wish it was a little more.
Yeah, it had a little more edge, a little more teeth to it.
Yeah, the amount of like stuff that you're gonna see, like the peril and the actual doom that you're going to see befall people, it's one thing if the story tells you this is a horrible thing that happened. It is quite another to have it visualized. So I wish they do a little more showing and not telling, but it's still very good. It's still very good.
Yeah.
It's certainly right now, 6 episodes in? Mm-hmm. Easily high end, most definitely low end amazing.
Yeah, right now it's very solid. I did see one of the good buddies brought up the fact that I think it was Josh.
Sounds like Josh.
Yeah, he brought up the fact that some people will complain that the students are too stupid or something like that. But I really don't feel that because these students think that, if this is a problem that somebody has, let me just give you a second on it of my thought path for that. The students think that they are training to fight an invisible enemy, essentially, or maybe some sort of tangible enemy. There's a real enemy to humanity, and they are there to fight them. So they're not immediately going to be suspecting each other. It's easy to just brush away a death or somebody coming missing as, oh, I heard there was enemies of humanity on this island. Yeah, like that must be what it is. It couldn't be my friends. And also, it's just the fact that Nana is so incredibly intelligent, and even the foil to her, he's super intelligent as well.
Yeah, no kidding.
But they're also not trying to really alarm anybody.
Right. That dude in particular, I will say, there are moments in the show where like you'll get his little inner monologue, and it does do like the blue red light kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like you could see the opposing sides and whatnot. But there are moments where he like literally is thinking in his head, and he thinks, I wonder if it's possible that exact thing that happens. But why would that happen? I don't know about this. And it's like, no, you had it. So there are moments when I'm watching, I'm like, well, all right. But that's, again, like you said, he is laboring under the assumption that there is some other enemy that's here.
And I don't think he necessarily wants to doubt the other kids on the island.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, I think you're right. I almost dropped another spoiler that I don't want to drop. But yeah, I think you're right. And when you how to say this, when you are living a life with a ability such as his, it can be maybe a little easy to not immediately suspect everyone, like to kind of think, he's not necessarily in as much danger, so maybe it's not like he's trying to solve things, but he's not like immediately saying, he's not jumping to any rash conclusions, because he kind of has the time to think it out, you know what I mean?
And at the end of the day, too, these are younger students.
Yeah.
They're probably early high school or something. Yeah.
It's children's.
They're MHA level, the first years.
Yeah.
But, man, it's a good show. It's wildly fun. The twists that it takes are amazing. The solutions they come up with for like Nana or whatever, what she's going to do or how she's going to get out of the situation, or whenever God, I keep forgetting his name. Whenever her foil is on her tail, like seeing how close that it gets, they get it just this close, and it's really good.
Yeah, as we're recording this, I think episode 7 just dropped, and I've watched up to 6. I think it came out.
I've seen up to 6. I haven't seen 7.
Yeah, I think 7 came out today. Let me double check that real quick and just make sure I'm not lying to everybody.
Kiyoya, that's his name. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting it. He does have Kiyoya Onodera.
Yeah. No, excuse me. Episode 7 is not out yet. So, point I'm trying to make though is that episode 6 dropped and cliffhanger.
Yep.
Cliffhanger.
Yep. Very good.
It's getting, look, the show have you coming back for more is what I'm saying.
It will. It absolutely
definitely will.
I was shocked right at the beginning. You get the twist. I was amazed, and then just every week now I'm excited for the next episode.
I think you described to me as like it just keeps getting you more and more drawn in.
Yeah,
it's decent.
There are a couple shows like that this season.
Yeah.
And
there's a good look. There's a lot this season. There's a lot of good stuff this season.
Yeah, and I guess to pass out of this one and head on into the ramble from the season. Next time we're going to be talking about Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, we are.
We're going to be talking about obviously not another review, but it's going to be, is it worth watching? You know, Talentless Nana was definitely worth watching. Is Jujutsu Kaisen worth watching?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments what you think, and let us know if you think it's worth watching Talentless Nana. Also, let us know your favorite weird power. What weird talent would you have?
And if you say
I really want those comments.
If you say invisibility, I gotta assume you're a criminal. I gotta assume you're either trying to peep on somebody or rob someone, because there ain't a lot else you're doing with that. Just saying.
You know,
you're nasty.
I could find a good non-criminal use for it.
I'm sure you could. We both
work
of the
retail,
time.
dude. Just imagine, walking around a corner and just phasing out for a little bit.
That's nothing.
Nobody can see you. Nobody can talk to you.
I'd rather be Nightcrawler, just teleport away. Like later.
Well, you still got to work. You still got to make that money.
Yeah, I'd teleport right back later. Look, one of the things that annoys me the most, it happened a lot today, is when I'm trying to go to a break and somebody stops me right as I'm trying to walk away. It's like, all right, this will be another 5 minutes before I get to take my 15. Hell yeah, if I can be like, I'm going on 15, peace, shoop, and I'm just in the break room. Are you kidding me? Hell yeah.
Well, they need a PS5, dude. So let's get the hell out of this one, dude.
God.
Before we'll keep that for the ramble.
You just hit me with a freaking Vietnam flashback to like literally every 2 minutes the phone calling at the damn Target, and I got to tell people no, we don't have any damn PlayStations. All right, we will full plugs in the description. We will get to the ramble right now. Do we have anything else we need to talk about?
Nope.
All right.
Jujutsu Kaisen next week, and that's it so far.
And we will see y'all then. Love you.
Bye.